Oh, I played as a land. That was really stupid. Okay, well, I just right-clicked the wrong side. Well, then I guess I really that up. Our first hand does have a soul land and 2 of these flippy dippy lands, so we can get a red source plus a colorless 2-mana land. Allows us to play Fable the Mirrorbreaker on turn 2, I guess. But double fury, which is good if we're into a creature matchup. The one ring here as well. Just want to go like this turn 1, this turn 2, play Fable, make a good dude, make a treasure, play a 4 up on the next turn. I think this is okay. It's not good. I'd rather have access to a Chalice of the Void on turn 1, if I'm completely honest with you. There'll be a link to the decklist in the description as to how we're playing it at the moment. The modern version of Prison tends to play Chalice of the Void as its main lock piece alongside Blood Moon. There is no Trinisphere, sadly. I love me some Trinisphere. We're getting Thought Seized, which is super interesting because that means that they can take one of our lands if they wanted to. I assume they're going to take Fable or the Ring, as they are the much better cards here. Especially if they are on Oops All Spells. This being a land spell does suggest to me that they are on some sort of combo deck that looks to kill us by milling the whole deck into the bin or charbelching us, one of the two. So they hit one of our lands, which suggests to me they're going to hit the other land next turn. Now, ultimately, I think our hand looks kind of bad into an Oops All Spells kind of deck. We drew a Chrome Mox, which gives us more stuff to do on turn 1. Namely, we can Fable on turn 1. I don't think I want to Fable on turn 1, because it means that the City Trader goes away the next turn. We won't be paying 3 life here. I'm just going to pass back to them. Now, the one ring can give us a turn of protection against Charbelcher, but then they just don't Charbelcher us, and they belch us afterwards. If this is Belcher, I'll be honest, I don't think Fell Myers he's playing Belcher. I just know that's going to be one of the decks that doesn't play any normal lands, which in my head is Belcher or Oops All Spells. They're passing the turn with no play, which is interesting. We drew another Fable. Go City of Traders into a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. I'm very scared that they're just like one card away from doing the combo. I'm not confident about game 1 here with our current hand composition, how the game has gone. So there we go. Dark Ritual. That might be what they were waiting for. Or they're waiting for the extra couple of cards off the Ritual. Green mana here for Balustrade Spire. So they're putting the entire graveyard into their bin. Cool. This will allow them then to get triple Narcomoeba. Narcomoeba will allow them to... This is Oops All Spells, not Belcher, like I said. Well, I said it could be either, but it's more likely to be Oops All Spells off a black land. Triple Narcomoeba means they can then go for... Where is it? Dread Return. I'll have 6 on their turns so they can play it out while I explain the combo. So the Narcomoeba. Sack 3 bodies, and they can go ahead and... Where is it? Dread Return. Dread Return will hit... We'll bring back a Poxwalker. It'll trigger Bridge for making him a zombie. It's like extra like redundancy for parts of the combo or different lines. But mainly they're going to get back everybody's favorite combo finish, which is Das's Oracle. Although I'm not seeing a Thoracle in their hand though, which is really strange. In their library, sorry. The Cabal Therapy there. So the Cabal Therapy again. Maybe the finish isn't going to be Thassa's Oracle like I was expecting. Maybe I should have Chrome Moxed. Oh, sorry. They're Cabal Therapying, naming Thassa's Oracle, getting it out of their hand, then they're going to get it back with the spell. Sure. Clever girl. So we're going to put Swap the Flute in to name Dread Return or to name Balustrade Spy. We can flash in after they Balustrade Spy to name the Dread Return to really mess them over. We just have to deal with the board state, but there you go. Fair Macabre to mess with the graveyard. We can like Pyroblast and Venom Blast like Thassa's Oracle, but it doesn't really do anything because the trigger will all be on the stack. There are other blue spells in their deck like Force Negation, I guess, so maybe it's better than some of the stuff. Chalice of the Void on 1 is very good into their Dark Ritual plan. We can't cut all of our threats. We need some way to like kill their stuff. Furies are actually remarkably bad. I guess it clears up parts of the board if they do like a board state thing. Maybe. But Balustrade Spire is so all in, I don't think they do a board state thing, if you will. Blood Moon does also stop them from casting Dark Ritual too, so I think we keep that in here. No, I'm pretty convinced we aren't going to see much of a need for the Furies. I'll keep 1 in, trim 1 Broadside, trim 1 Cursed Mirror, trim 1 Blood Moon. Not all Blood Moon is bad, so... yeah. Our hand does not have a Fairy Macabre nor an Unlicensed Hearse in it, so I'm pretty sure I throw this back. This hand is pretty much just a collection of mana and a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, which is not good enough in Legacy. This hand has a Soul Land, a red source. We're on the play. We've got a Chrome Mox 2. We've got a Pyrogoyf. We've got a Flute. We've got a Hearse. This hand is actually shit hot. I am very keen for this hand. We have to put one thing back, so it's going to be a Chrome Mox. Now, they will probably Thought Seize us, so I should probably get the Chrome Mox out now to allow us to have a red source next turn. And if we draw a mountain, we can actually Pyrogoyf them. Although Pyrogoyf doesn't do any damage right now as a heads up. We need to put things in the bin. Maybe Pyrogoyf is bad in this matchup. I hadn't actually considered that. Oh, baby. Force of Will on our Unlicensed Hearse, stitching one of their Oops All Spell lands. Okay, that means we got a game here. Let's cast a Chrome Mox. I'm going to put Pyrogoyf underneath, but it means we can Sundering Eruption their land next turn and put them back. Because you've got to bear in mind they have no basic lands, right? Tap land from them. I'd love to hit a black source here with our Sundering Eruption, if I'm honest. Let's go ahead and cast... Oh, I played as a land. That was really fucking stupid. Okay, well, I just right-clicked the wrong side. Well, Fuck me then, I guess. I really fucked that up. Here's a Disruptor Flute. We're going to name Balustrade Spy, I think. Now, the thing is, I'm pretty sure they play both of the, oops, my deck is in the graveyard creatures. Balustrade Spy and the other one, which is called Undercity Informer. There we go. So I'm going to name Balustrade Spy simply because it's one of the 8 ways they put their graveyard into the bin. Love to blow up their land there, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Or in this case, you're a fucking idiot who right-clicks a card and clicks the wrong mode. Editor's note here, I was so deep in the punt of playing that land that should have been a spell wrong that I just totally blanked on naming Dread Return with this flute, which would have been much, much stronger of a line. Actually, arguably, what I did wasn't really a punt, because I should have held the spell in hand and cast the flute on Dread Return and just moved on with my life. Instead, I got into the weeds and named 1/3 of the combo as opposed to the end of the combo, which is very dumb. The hardcast are not coming, but we're on the grind now. Okay, this is good for us. We're going to tap and draw a Shatter Skull Smashing. We're going to make a Spirit Guide as a beater. And we're going to start beating faces for 2/2 next turn. They're going to do 1 damage for us to turn off Narcomoeba, but if they hit Cabal Therapy and a Black Source, they can start ripping our hand apart and similar, but they really like a Bridge from Below in the bin or a Poxwalker in the bin for the Narcomoeba to redo any sort of utility stuff. It's just going to be a 1/1 beater in the sky. Okay, we're going to go to 13. We drew a Simian Spirit Guide. I guess we'll turn the pressure up. We'll double the clock here. It costs us 2 life to do so, but I think it's worth it. This is high-powered Legacy. Our opponent has played a Narcomoeba, a 1/1 flyer for 2 mana, which the rest of the text order doesn't really matter once you've cast it from hand. And we're playing Simian Spirit Guide, just 2/2 beaters. They're probably going to block here because they can't erase this. We've drawn a Fairy Macabre, which puts us in a very good spot. We've also got a Shatter Skull Smashing to do 2 damage and kill 2 Narcos, for example, if we needed to. But they block the Narco. They go to 12. At this point, we're beating down for 4 a turn. They don't really have a choice other than to like go for it. They can't like wait to be able to Thoughtseize us and then go for it, I think. They're cracking the Jack-o'-lantern to draw a card. They play a Lotus Petal. We drew a City of Traitors. We've got a 3-turn clock with double Simian Spirit Guide here. It is the worst clock in our deck, but a clock's a clock, right? Even a broken clock is a Simian Spirit Guide at least twice a day. Undercity Informer, which is the other one. We 50-50 chance, really. They're going to crack the Informer now. And when the Narcomoeba triggers on the stack, we're going to eat the Dread Return and eat the Thassa's Oracle. That's our plan with the Fairy Macabre here. They've undone the effect. They're not going for it. That's interesting. Maybe they want to see our hand first. Maybe they want to block with it first. I can force the issue right now. I think that's the correct thing to do. Go to X = 4, Shatter Skull Smashing the Undercity Informer, forcing them to go for the combo. Otherwise, they can just block Simian Spirit Guide, kill it, and then go for the combo on our end steps. The Undercity Informer goes to the bin as part of its activated ability, and it flips until you hit a land. They have no lands in their deck, so you can put the whole library into the graveyard. They have 1 Narcomoeba trigger here, which they can Cabal Therapy with Bridge from Below to bring back a Poxwalker and a zombie, and so on and so on and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Fairy Macabre. I'm going to target, I think they only have 1 Thassa's Oracle in the deck. That does look correct. So Thassa's Oracle. And we're going to target the Narcomoeba, I think. Dread Return can stay. It means there's another Narcomoeba in their hand. That means they get no Narco and they have no Thassa's Oracle to win off of. They can still try and grind us with bodies, but it's just unlikely to really happen. Especially with a 2-turn clock here. Take them to 4. There we go. They cast a Narco. No. Jack-o'-lantern just went to exile. What happened there? What? Are they delving something? Oh shit, I didn't know you could pay 1 mana to exile Jack-o'-lantern from graveyard to make a green. That's interesting. I was going to flashback Memory's Journey into their... I guess they didn't an upkeep to survive, right? They're Memory's Journey and they're trying to figure out what 3 cards keep them in this game. I guess blockers are a thing. The hand has definitely got another Narcomoeba in it, so there is that. There's a world where hitting the Narco and the Dread Return probably makes the game easier for us, because then they can't like make bodies to prolong the game for a while. They had a long hard think about Memory's Journey's flashback cost to put 3 cards into the library and decided that it wasn't worth doing. I'm treating this other Fury and bring a Fiery Confluence in. It can blow up petals that are sat around. It can also just wipe away a lot of zombies if they go for one of those lines. As we saw, they played a Narco, and if they got things in the bin via other means. I don't think they can, but it's probably better than a Fury. Although a Fury does beat them up, to smash their teeth in. There is that. Our opening hand does have both 2 bits of sideboard tech in it. We've got a Disruptor Flute, which we can't cast easily. We have to wait till turn 2, which is kind of cringe. And we've got Fairy Macabre as well, which is a very good anti... the bullshit they're on. If they Thoughtseize us, take the Fairy Macabre and like combo on turn 2, we won't be able to do anything. Chance the Void on 0 does stop Lotus Petal though. This is probably a keep. It's very close to a keep. They've mulliganed to 6. So they haven't just win more slam their 7. I'm going to keep this. May regret it. If we draw a Simian Spirit Guide or a Soul Land, we're like really off to the races. They've kept their 6, but they have no land. Petal. Okay, they played Petal, which is sad because I wanted to Chance the Void on 0. Played 2 Petals, makes the Chance the Void on 0 look even worse. Oh boy, Petal, Petal, Petal. Are we just dead? Undercity Informer and Simian Spirit Guide, Balustrade Spy. Okay, they're just going for the turn 1 kill. Okay, cool. Balustrade Spy enters, trigger, flip their deck into the bin, boom, Right, double Narco Amoeba trigger, which means the last card in their hand is a Narco, because they always play 3. Narco triggers on the stack. We are still got to deal with the 2-3 flyers, still got to deal with all the shit in the bin, but if they untap and die, they untap and die, right? Jack-o'-lanterns in the bin means they can pay mana, but they have no mana to do so, to be able to, like, put cards back in the library. So we're going to go discard Fairy Macabre. We're going to eat Thassa's Oracle and a Narco. Does that end the game there? I think it does. It's pretty likely. So Thassa's Oracle and one of these Narcos, because then they can't Dread Return. Because they only have one bridge from below. If they have multiple bridges from below, they could Cabal Therapy away some of the Narcos and make multiple 2/2s. Thing is, they need to reshuffle their graveyard into their library in some capacity to be able to actually attack us, because otherwise they'll untap, try to draw a card from empty library and die. Now, if they had access to another mana, they could switch into a green and they could do the card we were talking about last turn. What's it called? Memory's Journey stuff at instant speed in response to the Fairy Macabre. They don't. So we win. There is an interesting situation in Legacy. That was a turn 1 attempt to win, and we turn 1 stopped it off the power of a common card from, I want to say Morning Tide, or was that Shadowmoor? Either way, God bless Fairy Macabre. What a fucking awesome Magic card.